Warm greeting to one and all. I'm Asik Mar. In this presentation, we'll be seeing what is blood pressure and how blood pressure is measured. Uh, to begin with, pressure is defined as force per unit area. It is clear from the equation that pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area. Pressure can be classified as hydrostatic pressure and hydrodynamic pressure. If a system which is under pressure has a constant force, then it is called hydrostatic pressure. If a system which is under pressure has a variable force, then it is called hydrodynamic pressure. Blood pressure is the measure of force with which the heart pumps the blood around the body. Blood pressure can be classified as systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure is the maximum pressure exerted by the blood against the artery walls. It results when ventricle contract. Normal systolic pressure is 120 and diastolic pressure is the minimum pressure exerted by the blood against the arterial walls. It results when ventricles relaxed. Normal diastolic pressure is 80. And blood pressure can be measured either in a direct method or indirect method. Indirect method is also called non-invasive method, palpatory method, oscillatory method, ultrasonic method, oscillometric method, tonimetry are the few indirect method of blood pressure measurement. Direct method is also called invasive method. Extravascular sensor, intravascular sensor, generally on system parameters are the few methods used for measuring the blood pressure in a direct method. Sphygomanometer is a measure of blood pressure in a sphygomanometer is one of the indirect method to measure the blood pressure. Sphygomanometer consists of a manometer which is to indicate the pressure, a rubber cuff which is used to apply the pressure on the arteries, and a stethoscope which is to notice the carotid cuff sound, a rubber squeeze uh, to increase the pressure in the cuff, and the release valve to release the pressure. Initially, cuff is placed between shoulder and the elbow. Pressure greater than systolic pressure is applied using the pump, and it blocks the blood flow in the artery. Then the pressure in the cuff is slowly released using the valve. When the pressure in the cuff is equal to systolic pressure, blood in the arteries peeps through the block. As the blood has a turbulent flow, a sound is heard in the stethoscope. This sound is called carotid cuff sound. When the pressure in the cuff is less than the diastolic pressure, the carotid cuff sound stops. So it is clear that at the point at which the carotid cuff sound occurs is taken as systolic pressure, and the point at which the carotid cuff sound disappears is taken as a diastolic pressure. These waves represent the arterial pressure. The orange line indicates the cuff pressure, which is initially greater than the arterial pressure. When cuff pressure is slowly reduced at a particular point, carotid cuff sound occurs, which is taken as an systolic pressure. When the cuff pressure is further reduced, carotid cuff sound disappear at a particular point, which is taken as diastolic pressure. The advantages are this method is very simple, painless technique, and there is no hazardous surgical procedure involved. And the disadvantages are it is not accurate and error may occur as it involves manual reading. Then to share few words about direct method. Direct method is used when accurate blood pressure reading is to be known, to know the blood pressure in a deeper region, to continuously monitor the blood pressure. In a direct method, sensor is placed in the tip of the catheter. Catheter is nothing but an hollow tube, usually made up of optical fiber. Pressure exerted on the tip is converted into electrical signals, and those signals are used to reveal the pressure. In fluid filled catheter type, the hollow catheter is filled with fluids. Pressure exerted on the fuel filled column is transmitted to an external transducer. This transducer converts the pressure into electrical signals. Strain gauges is the transducer which is usually used, and then strain output of strain gauge is given to an amplifier. If an output of an amplifier is positive, then diode D3 will be active and capacitor C3 will be charged, and systolic pressure will be indicated in the meter M1. If the output of the amplifier is negative, then diode D1 will be active and capacitor C1 will be charged, and diastolic pressure will be indicated in meter M2. And the advantages are no time delay, electrical safety and isolation when using fiber optics. Disadvantages are breaks easily and more expensive. Thank you.